My name is James Williams Jr. As I said in the other video, I'm going to make a video about school bullying. The reason why I'm making this video about school bullying is because, one, I was a victim of school bullying. Grade school, middle school, high school, college. And I'm back in college. And still might be getting bullied in college. Alright, so let us begin. Because I'm going to do this as my project. I want to give you guys an insight on school bullying. Alright? There are a lot of things that lead to school bullying. A lot of things. I was born in 1973, so let's see, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78. So about 1978, 79, I started school. Kindergarten, first grade, somewhere in there. Because you're like 5 or 6 when you started school back then. I don't know when you start school now, because I have a 4-year-old nephew who's like in like daycare, but it's like school. And before that, I had a 4-year-old niece. Her and her sister both went to like Head Start, Free Start, Star Power, whatever. Anyway, back when I was going to school, there were many reasons why I was bullied. Now, granted, the bullying didn't start until like maybe the 1st or 2nd grade. Because when you're in kindergarten, you're getting to know everybody. There's no hatred there. You know, when you hit 1st grade and you're about to start hitting your stride and you start finding your cliques, well, I was the lonely kid in the back. Alright? So, I didn't not make friends well. I just didn't keep friends because most of them would just not like me. I don't know what it was. They just would not like me. By the time the 2nd grade, 3rd grade, and the 4th grade rolls around, especially since I was in the 4th grade twice, things got tight. And most of the things that people picked on me for was my size and the color of my skin. Alright? So I was going to get on all sides. I was going to get from blacks and whites because none of them knew what I was. And we also had a race war going on in my school. Blacks fighting whites, whites fighting blacks, and here's that half-breed in the middle. That would be me. And I talked to my white friends. They shunned me. You're not really white, so you need to go away. And the reason why they found out that I was white, because my mom came to school after I punched a white girl in the mouth for calling me a nigger. That's how they found out that I had white in me. But my mom's not white. Her grandfather's white. She's just like, is exceptionally light. Like super light. Like off-white light. Really, really light. Shine a flashlight on her, you'd think she was white. Anyway, my dad, his dad was black, but his mother was Cherokee Indian. Like my mom's mom was Cherokee Indian. So you see the clusterfuck of what the kids had to deal with when they saw me. I talked to the black kids, and the black kids always hit me with the same thing. It didn't matter if they were boys or girls. The black kids always hit me with, James, you can't hang with us because you're not a real nigger. You're a half nigger, and we don't deal with half niggers. Boy, I know they're probably shaking in their boots now because the genealogy report of black people in America, if you're black in America, you are half white or half black and half Native American. So I'm not all the way by myself. My genealogy just shows more because we have strong genes. That being said, we're moving on. By the time I got to the 5th grade and found out that I was part Cherokee Indian, that's when shit really hit the fan. Now, not only am I not a half nigger, but I'm not even a half white man. I'm also a Native American. So, I got picked on for all of that stuff. And then, by the time you get to like the 6th grade or the 7th grade, by then you're having sex. And if you're not having sex, you're probably thinking about it. Because you're in middle school. And most of the middle school kids I knew were having sex. I wasn't having sex. Girls wouldn't even give me a backwards look or a second look. But mostly, I got picked on for my ethnicity, and I got picked on for my height. I also got picked on because I knew karate, and they kept calling me the Karate Kid, but they thought I was fake. So that led to problems too, because no one would fight me, but they would still pick. Then one day, Mr. Bryant, how's it going, buddy? This guy did something to me. And I called him a faggot. I don't use those words now. But when I was a kid, I knew what a faggot was, or at least I thought I knew what a faggot was. I did not know that a faggot was a bundle of sticks. I just knew it was a gay dude because of all the upbringing that I had in my family. Every time one of my uncles would see a gay man, they always called him a faggot. Alright? So to everyone who is transgender or gay that I just offended with that, I'm sorry. That is a heartfelt apology. I really do mean that because it was how I was raised. Because I also was blind and didn't understand how the way the world worked. You know, as I got older, and back to Mr. Bryan, this dude and I, we were like uh, frenemies, and he knew karate. He kicked out a window at school. He did something to me in Mr. Bryan's class. Mr. Bryan didn't see it. So I tried to grab him, and he got away from me, and I called him a faggot. Mr. Bryant helped me out the class and made me write over 100 times, I will not call whatever the kid's name was a faggot. A faggot is a bundle of sticks. So I cleared 3 chalkboards with that. I'm sure Mr. Bryant doesn't remember that, but I remember it because I'm the one that wrote it 100 and some change. A faggot is a bundle of sticks. So he had me read the dictionary out loud to him twice. And then he made me write it on the chalkboard. I had the damn stool, and I had to write all the way across, up and down, in like columns. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way down until I got to 101. Because once I ran out of space, there was no more chalk places to watch. He gave me a pass. I went to Miss Brooks' class right after that, which I didn't have that kid, but in that one section of school. And so, after that, I never called anybody else a faggot. Ever in my life. Ever, 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 ever. Because I didn't want to have to write down 100 and something times that such and such is not a faggot. A faggot is a bundle of sticks. Alright, so we got that out of the way. And mind you, I was like in the 6th or the 7th grade. Alright, so about that time, we had a young lady die in our parking lot. The bus had ran over her or whatever, so she died. Her name was Ileana Wright. And that kind of changed the complexity of a lot of people's lives because she was a right fighter and she would protect people who were bullied and stuff like that. And she was one of my friends. Now, she wasn't like a close friend, but she was still one of my friends. And also, the city of Charlottesville decided that we didn't need 2 middle schools. So we're going to send all those prim and pretty proper kids from Walker to the rough and tough rumble school of Beaufort. Now, I can't prove that Beaufort had any rough and tough rumble and stuff because I only went there 1 semester. I will say I got bullied there a lot. And most of it was because of my size and the fact that I didn't have a girlfriend and everybody else was having sex but me. And because I was reading comic books. I wanted sex, but you can't just make girls have sex with you. And if girls don't like you, well, what the hell can you do? I was pretty ugly to them. I'm probably still pretty ugly to them right now. Anyway, moving on. I got bullied a lot about that. And the bullying transferred from the 8th grade to the 9th grade. Now, I will tell you, I did get bullied at home. Not in my house, but in my neighborhood. The difference was, in my neighborhood, I actually hit people back. Which is why things got really complicated in the last week of the 8th grade when I got into a fight almost every day that week. And then after that, people stopped calling me Danielson. They stopped calling me the Last Dragon, and they started calling me by my fucking name, which was James. However, those same brutes would forget about that when I got into the 9th grade. And so from the 9th grade to the 12th grade, I got bullied. I got bullied by guys, and in the 12th grade, I got bullied by a 9th grade girl. I took care of that without any violence. I sipped my 2 female cousins on her. Because I was like, the girls in my family like to fight, so I don't have to fight you. I'm just going to tell them who you are, and I had her crying for almost 3 weeks. I will not reveal her name. Now, again, going backwards, from the 9th grade, it was my hair, because I had the Lieutenant Guile Woody Woodpecker thing going on, so they picked on me on that. They picked on me on my size, and they picked on the fact that I wasn't having sex, but everybody else was, and people were popping up pregnant, and the school team was being accused of rape and all kinds of other stuff, and it didn't really get public, but, you know, certain members of the basketball team and football team were getting accused of rape, kind of like the whole Duke thing, only in the 90s. But since they couldn't prove it and the girl had a reputation before those rape clause laws came out, you know, it kind of got swept under the rug. Yeah, I was there. I was remembering. I was working when all of these rumors were going on. I also got bullied on my job. A lot. Anyway, so in the 9th grade, you know, and in the 10th grade, it was all about height, rape, race, and not having sex. In the 11th grade, I reached fuck it. Now, here's where things get interesting. And also, if anybody's watching this, this is the base for my story, for my report that I'm going to be doing in Mrs. Harris' class. In the 11th grade, I got bullied by a whole flank of jocks because I don't know which teams they were on: basketball, football, baseball, anything but the wrestling team. I got bullied by some teachers also, and one teacher in particular watched and did nothing. Actually, two teachers in my high school career watched me get bullied and did nothing. I don't blame the male because he did let me insect a little bit of revenge on one of my bullies, and that's a good story. And it involves me ducking and my bully running into the chalkboard, which stopped him from doing all that because I told him I'm going to duck every day. I will not reveal his name either, out of discretion and, you know, not so much respect, but I'm not here to ruin nobody's life. And you never know who's watching your videos, and it may come back to make somebody lose their job. And I'm not about that, no, because I'll let you reap what you sow. So let's go with the 9th grade. In the 9th grade, I was in number combatant. And the teacher said I was doing pretty good. He had a conference with my mom. And the first 3 weeks of school, my bully, he's like 6'6" at the time, and he was running down the aisle, slapping people in the back of the head, except for the cool kids. So the first 2 aisles had all the cool kids in it, and they were all safe. But all the rest of us, as geeks, freaks, and dorks and stuff like that, he was just tearing us up every day. The teacher was only 5'11", so he was kind of scared of the guy. And the guy's black, and the teacher's white. And that shit could lead to controversy and problems. So the teacher never did anything. But he watched. And this went on for like 3 weeks, the first 3 weeks of school. And here I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Listen to the smacks, James. And when he comes to smack you, duck. And that's what happened on that 3rd week. You know, because I got tired of getting smacked in the back of the head. I mean, he's running, he's putting pepper behind it. He's like, pow, pow, smacking people with everything he's got. And when he got to me on that 3rd week, I said, whoom, and he said, smash, right into that chalkboard. He didn't smack anybody else in the head. And he looked back and asked me, why did I duck? I said, I don't care what you do to everybody else, but you're not going to continue to hit me. I'm already stupid enough as it is. I don't need you making me any damn dumber. And so the teacher started laughing, and everybody else started laughing, and he didn't do it anymore. Although he threatened my life for the next 2 years, you know, he never made good on his threats because a bully is secretly a bitch when it comes to being caught by themselves. But it has affected me all my life about people over 6 feet tall. I'm not intimidated by them. Every time I see them, I just want to beat them to death. I know that's bad. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. So in the 10th grade, one of the bullies and the same other bully, they had me in Miss Pittman's class, and they threatened my life, and they threatened my friend to make him bully me. I forgave my friend because I had to look at it from a strategic point of view, because my friend was white and both of those guys were black, and it's pretty more like, if you don't bully James, we're going to beat you up after we beat up him. And they would threaten me every day. And Miss Pittman was an old lady, so she, God rest her soul if she's not dead. If she is dead, God rest her soul still. She didn't really do anything, and I was kind of like teacher's pet. So, plus with my reading disability, it wasn't a whole lot that they didn't have fuel to pick on me with. So, they did all that stuff. And some of those bullies were also in Walker with me, who bullied me in Walker as well. And those things, they transfer over, you know, because bullies just don't, for some reason, have enough to do other than make other people feel completely miserable about being in school. And so, by the time we got to the 11th grade, that bully I only had in one class, but I had a whole class full of bullies also. And in Miss Kruger's class, I tried to help a kid who was being bullied by the same bully, and I figured if we worked together, we could beat the bully. But the bully had that guy's heart, and he straight up told him, no, that's not how that's going to work. He going to give me my lunch money, and you going to give me your lunch money. I said, you ain't going to get shit here, buddy. I said, I work hard every weekend to get the money for my car and for lunch. You going to have to kill me to take my lunch money. And it ain't going to be as easy as you think. Because I didn't take all this kung fu crap to sit here and come to school and be bullied by you for 3 freaking years, and you think you're going to take my money? I said, you got nothing coming. Oh yeah, you bigger and you stronger. but you ain't better. Because if you was as good as you claim you were, what you been waiting on? It's been 3 years. What you been waiting on? You had many opportunities to bust me up, but you ain't done it. So that was that. My cousin, my best friends, they taught me to play football with these bullies. And they would try to bully me on the football field because as a martial artist, they kept trying to take out my knees. I started last Boy Scouting the shit out of their ass. So that kind of stopped that. Back to the bullies in Miss Jones' class. And forgive me because Miss Jones is a bitch. I'm sorry. I'm not taking it back. I meant it when I said it because I said it then and I'll say it now because she watched 7 guys over the height of 6 feet pick on a guy who's 5'1". Never said shit until I brought my nunchucks to school. Never did shit until I brought my nunchucks to school because I have reached fuck it. Alright? Now, wherever Miss Jones is, I hope you reap what you sow. And I don't forgive you. You're still going to be a bitch to me until the day I die. And if I can't get into heaven for calling you a bitch, then I don't need to be there. Because you didn't have to let that shit happen. But you did. Every day in school, I came to learn. And Miss Jones let them pick on me until they couldn't. And you should not go to school in fear. You should not be afraid to go to school. These guys had me afraid to go to school. Not afraid of them. Let's get that cleared up. Afraid of what I'm going to have to do to them to make them stop fucking with me. But they would not stop fucking with me. They just kept on. And I reached fuck it. So I brought my nunchucks to school. And I came home, from school, changed my clothes, go to work, and I cried going to work. I wouldn't cry in front of my mom because I didn't want her to know that I was getting school bullied. And then I did want her to know at the same time. And between male shame and not being considered a pussy, I decided, plus I'm a martial artist. I can handle it, Well, these can handle it. But up here, I was a little bit twisted, And so I took my nunchucks to school. I think it was on a Monday. Because one of my bullies I caught over the weekend, and my cousin saved his ass in a B&R market. And I was going to kill him right then and there. I didn't care. Because I knew when we went to school Monday, he'd be in a hospital. I'd be in handcuffs. But nobody would be fucking with me no more. And I made him cry in the store. And my cousin escorted me out the store after we paid for our stuff. Because we had paid for our stuff as the guy came in. And I put my stuff back on the counter. And I explained to the guy behind the counter, look, I got a job. I'll pay for every piece of glass that I throw this bastard through. But I got to end this shit today. Because come Monday, he's going to go back to fucking with me. Again and again and again. He's been doing this since fucking school. Hell, he was doing it when we lived in the projects. He just had to have something to do. And he couldn't pick on nobody else bigger than him. But he could pick on somebody smaller than him. In that case, it was me. And then my mama wouldn't let me fight in school. And that was a problem. Which goes back to when I reached fuck it. So I took my nunchucks to school, and I'm pretty sure it was on a Friday. Might have been a Tuesday. It was some weekday, I know, because I was in school. And they were picking on me bad that day. I mean, all 7 of those guys was picking on me some kind of bad. Miss Jones' bitch ass was just watching. Won't saying shit. Won't doing nothing. Wasn't making them sit down. And it was like they were going out of their way. They never touched me. But they were going out of their way to intimidate me, getting in my face, threatening me, we're going to beat you up this, we're going to beat you up that. I said, not today. I said, today when that bell rings, this whole damn story is going to change. And I unzipped my bag, and I brought my nunchucks out, and I said, you see these? These are my equalizers. I brought these to school because y'all ain't going to keep fucking with me. Today is the last day y'all going to fuck with me. All y'all motherfuckers ain't going to be playing sports no more. Because I'm going to do everything I can to end your shit. Then I thought about it. I said, you know what? Nah, because this is going to send me to jail. I'm going to taste blood today. 1 or 2 of y'all might fuck me up. But I'm going to fuck every last one of y'all up before it's over with. So I put my nunchucks back in the bag, zipped it up. And I said, as soon as that damn bell ring, this shit's going to happen. That's all y'all need to know. This shit going to happen. When that bell ring and I get out that door, it's on. And anybody try to stop me, you will get it too. And that bell rung, and I flung that backpack and them nunchucks outside, and I stood out there right behind it. Let's go. 7 motherfuckers. 5'11" to 6'2". Ran out. There was 3 doors in the class. One class went to the adjacent door, and it led out to the other side of the cafeteria, and the other one led out to that side, which either way, both steps would take you down to the cafeteria. Some went that way, some went that way. 2 came behind me, but they didn't fight. They ran. Miss Jones comes out with the referral. Take this referral and you carry your little ass to Leavenwood. And I straight up said it right then and there. Nah, bitch. I'm going to Mr. Lewis. Because you watched them fuck with me from the start of school to the day. And you ain't never said nothing. You ain't never did nothing. All you done was put me in a position where I can't do nothing. Today, that shit's over. I'm gonna catch each and every one of them. And I'm gonna fuck them up one by one, 2 at a time, or all at the same time. It don't matter. I'm gonna get every last one of them. And anyone that gets in my way, I'm gonna get them too. So I went to Mr. Leatherwood. No, excuse me. I went past Mr. Leatherwood. I went to Mr. Lewis. And I told Mr. Lewis everything. I told him from the beginning of the school year, from freaking August to that day, she has watched them pick on me on a daily basis, and she has never said anything. She has never reprimanded them. She has never given them attention. She has never done anything but cracked a smile in my face because I'm the light-skinned black kid and all those kids were darker than me, and she let them do whatever the hell she wants. But not today. So he ripped up the referral, sent me to class with my nunchucks, by the way. He didn't know that I still had them. I didn't take them to my locker. I kept them with me the whole day. My backpack was like this big. So, I went to school. He basically gave me a kick anybody who fucked with you ass pass. And nobody bothered me from that day forward. And to the 12th grade. In my acting class. Thank you, Miss Stapleton. And thank you, Gordy Hay, for keeping me from killing the young white boy and the young black girl. They were the last people to ever pick with me in school for high school. I didn't hurt them, but I wanted to. Gordy Hay saved this young man like 4 times. Because 4 times I was about to explode and wrap my hands around a little blonde-headed motherfucker's neck. But Gordy Hay talked me down each time. He said, you want to graduate at 18, 19, or 20? And I was like, well, hell, I was already about to be 19, or either I was 19, and I didn't want to be there till I was 25 because of some blonde-haired stringy kid with blue eyes. So, I let it go. But I told him if I ever catch him in the streets, he ain't gonna make it home. Anyway, outside of the hospital. So, I graduated from high school. Everything was kosher. Stay tuned for part 2.